Hello, welcome back to this week's episode of the Whamcast, brought to you by myself, Louis Cooper, and Joel Chop Madeline. How are you today, Joel?
I'm doing good, thank you. Yourself, Louis?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've had a nice couple of days off, just to relax, recoup, regather.
Yeah, I'm just had a long weekend, which is quite nice. Yeah,
It was good. It was 3 days for pupils, 2 days for teachers. Yeah, it was nice.
Did you up to much?
No, did nothing really. I just kind of tried to recover from prelims and sleep a bit,
Yeah, fair enough. I think most of us were recovering from prelims, unless you were in first to third year, which in that case didn't have
you
prelims.
managed to dodge the bullet prelims, but no, anyway. We got 2 Whamcast birthday shout-outs today. First up is Ailey Farrell in S4, and it says here, happy birthday to Ailey Farrell in S4, hope you have a great day, and yeah, it's not signed off by anyone, so...
Oh, that's exciting.
You never know who it could be.
That's mysterious.
Anyway, happy birthday, Ailey.
Happy birthday, Ailey. And next up, we've got Carly Sky in 6th year, whose birthday is next Saturday. And that was wished from Yasmin, Gemma, and Lucia, and all the girls.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Well, Carly, I hope you have a
happy birthday, Carly.
Happy birthday when it comes around. Anyway, so, Joel, how are we going to tackle this week's episode?
Well, so we thought that since the primary 7s are coming up, I think they're coming up every single Friday. We've got different primary 7s from different schools because of COVID. Obviously, you can't have like 200 primary 7s in school at once, unfortunately. But I mean, they'll have to come up all at once when it's transition
they will
days,
eventually, but just to kind of break them in.
Yeah, we thought we'd tell a couple of our stories about when we came into primary 7, just to give them a bit more of an insight.
Yeah, and if anyone saw on Instagram the other day, we posted asking if anyone had any stories to be sent in, so we got a couple of those as well.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Tell us about people's stories when they first came to Millburn. And I think this is just kind of like an easier episode to...
Yeah, just more chill,
to kind of teach not also teach, but to explain to the P7s coming up that Millburn's really not as scary as it seems.
Because actually, some of the stories they were saying were that people were quite worried and they were quite stressed when they came, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I think I was seeing the general consensus. It's understandable,
It is, because it's like uncertainty. You don't know who you're going to meet.
Us, like the great Mr. Jarvie once said, he said, you've gone from being the top of your primary school to suddenly going into a place where there's people who can drive, people who are triple your height, people with beards. It is
quite intimidating.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a little bit off-putting. So yeah, it's definitely something which I think.
And also, you're not in class with your friends. I think.
Yeah, but I think that's the most important thing is that you pick up a lot of new friendships, and some you pick up just quickly and they'll last maybe a couple of months and then they fade away again, but in your registration class, you can make some of the best friends in the world. And you're going to meet a lot of new people because you're coming from 6, 7 schools?
Yeah, and I think some of the schools have maybe, I was looking at the list, like some of them have like 50 maximum, I think was 50.
Yeah.
I think most of the other ones were like 40.
Crazy.
Yes. So, I mean, you're going to a year with 200 people.
So going to a year with 200 people, you are going to you are going to meet lots of new people.
Which I think is quite exciting.
Yeah, it was that. I remember what happened to me. I mean, 6 years ago now, when we came up, and it was still when we used to have full day Fridays.
Oh, I remember those full day Fridays.
Full day Fridays.
Those were the days. We had an hour lunch back then.
Yeah, it was an hour lunch, and I remember going along to some of the lunchtime clubs, and that's where I met some of my closest friends today.
Yeah, I actually remember. If you guys don't know, when me and Louis met, so originally I think it was an RE. Somebody told me, "Oh, welcome to hockey," and I was like, "Never played hockey, but okay." And then I went to hockey, and turns out me and Louis actually had the same shin pads.
Yeah.
So we got partnered up, and we've just been good friends since.
6 years later, and now we're hosting a podcast together.
Yep.
So, honestly, it can be the smallest things of shin pads that'll bring you together. And when you first come up, you'll have a lot of new subjects and a lot of new things, and the biggest change will be having more than one teacher.
Oh yeah, that's quite a big one.
And you don't need to be alarmed by that, because having one teacher is what you've been used to. But now, your teachers will specialise in each subject, and the kind of moving around the school. Honestly, it's not a big building.
Yeah, it's quite manageable.
It's not a big building. You won't get lost. You might get confused
Maybe
to begin with.
First couple of times.
Yeah,
people are quite nice,
to begin with, but it's not hard to get lost in.
Yeah. But about having different teachers, I think it's quite interesting because they have different teaching styles, and just it seems.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, and you'll, and maybe some of the kind of myths and legends you've heard from older siblings or family friends. I can guarantee you that the very few of them are actually true.
Yeah, they're all great.
No, there's all the teachers are here to support you and help you.
But about clubs, honestly, go to a club, even if you don't know much about the club, whatever the club's about. Go to.
If you've ever had an interest in it and you've not been able to get before, go to the clubs. Honestly, Millburn has over 160 or something clubs.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think it was 65.
No, I thought I heard over 100. But it was there's definitely over.
There's a lot of clubs. Yeah,
you've got clubs that come there for everything, every single day. Every sports team, every hobby, everything's there for you. So
science club is a good one. Not just might be a bit biased, seeing as I do run science club this year. But
debate club's also a good one. If you're wanting to go along to that. But no, so you won't get to see these on your transition days, but you definitely will be able to, go on to them when you start coming in. What else have we got? The lunch queue's another big thing, which is different.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's not much different to primary school. You'll put your money on your account.
Yeah.
And then you can pre-order using the machines on the second and first floor.
Yep.
Oh, well, second ground floor.
Second ground floor, yeah.
And, and you can order your lunch, you can customize it. You've got a lot more variety now.
There's a lot more variety in primary school,
long gone are the days of
just like two options, was it?
Yeah.
I don't know what your primary school.
Yeah,
we had like the blue band and the orange band.
Yeah, it used to be the orange and blue bands. You can have whatever you want. Well, not within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah. So if you want something quick, like a sandwich or something, if you want a full meal, they do those as well. So and to be a P7 coming up, honestly, you don't need to worry. Yeah. You don't need to be concerned. You're going to be going 6 of the best years of your life now.
Yeah, definitely.
You gain a lot more independence coming from primary school. You're getting a lot more confidence coming up.
Yeah.
And honestly, you will love every minute of it. I'm sure.
Yeah, because I remember I was actually really looking forward to coming up to secondary school, but I was a bit nervous too because I was like, don't know who I'm going to be friends with, and I didn't have many people in my primary school that were actually in my Reggie class.
Yeah, I was the same, and I wasn't. I had a lot of people who I wasn't maybe friends with in primary school in my Reggie class. A lot of my friends I kind of lost going to secondary school.
Yeah.
So I only maybe 2 or 3 of them. But you pick up great like friend groups now that I sit with or I spend my social times with. I didn't know any of them until I'm S1. Yeah, so honestly, your whole life, your whole friends stuff, they will all change. But it will be for the best.
Like I'm still friends with people from my primary school, but I'm also friends with people from other primary schools.
I don't think something should get fixated on. Millburn will be a brilliant experience, and if you've got any questions in any of your transition days, I know kids from Crown, it might be a little too quick.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because you're up tomorrow. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the prefects or teachers. And any other things, Joel? You got any of the stories in front of you that you sent in?
I don't have any stories, but I do remember one of the transition classes. I think was an all guys transition class, one of the classes.
Oh yeah.
Were you in that one or was
no?
One?
I remember that. Yeah.
Which I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it was just kind of potluck that they had.
But I remember, that they ended up getting divvied up into the other ones, so they they weren't with us for the transition days. Yeah. But they were with us back in first year in August, and I think they were fine actually. Which is
it is possible to be moved registration class if you want as well. But
yeah.
No, we are just here to try and calm your nerves and answer any of your questions.
Yeah.
So, and of course, coming to Millburn, you get the immersive experience of the Whamcast.
Oh, yeah.
Which there will be, fingers crossed, a new cohort running next year.
Yeah, we're hoping. If anybody's listening that's in 5th year, this is sort of like a wee advertisement just to begin to let you know that.
If there's any 5th years looking to take over the throne, please just apply in.
We expect it to be very competitive. So
Of course.
We're working on an audition process, and we'll let you know about that when that comes.
So, and you got the Whamcast, which will keep you up to date. You got notices as well.
And then you've got Wham, the newspaper, too.
You do. You also have registration, which is different, which is 10 minutes each morning.
Yeah, that's the thing that you don't have in primary school.
Which you don't have you're in primary school, and you'll spend these 10 days, and then you go off to your classes. And just look at some of the stories in front of us.
Maybe because of COVID, you might have assemblies. Maybe no, because COVID goes away, you might have assemblies.
Yeah, so just reading some. Yeah, so you have assemblies come back too, which would be 10 minutes every Monday for first years.
Yeah.
Just reading through some of the stories we've had sent in just now. One girl's written in saying, "Hi guys, hope you're all well. I remember when I first came to Millburn, I was really nervous and scared, but over the time, I made lots of new friends. I loved every minute of it." Although to begin with it was quite scary making a big change, I'm so happy I've done it now.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
So trust me, you guys will be fine.
I think even if you're not that social coming up into Millburn, I think there's other people that are a bit more nervous. And I think the thing is you're all in the same boat. That's a pretty key thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everyone else is making this change at the same time together. You know, there's nobody that's been through it before. Nobody's you're all doing it for the first time. So, trust me.
Yeah, I remember in first year I was really uptight. Like, the first homework assignment, I think it was for maybe geography or history. We actually had the same teacher for the two different subjects. It was quite nice. I actually forgot the homework at home for the first homework, and I was so panicked about it. And I told my geography teacher, and she was quite nice about it. She was understanding. So,
of course, that doesn't mean you can hand your homework late every time.
That does not mean
No. And since then, Joel's never handed in homework late again.
I actually haven't. I don't think so. Maybe one occasion, but yeah. And it wasn't late. It was forgotten. I'd completed the homework.
Of course. Anyway, that kind of brings us to the end of this week's episode. It was a slightly shorter episode, but it was more designed as an idea that we had to promote to our new generation of Millburners coming in. Millburners. And we hope that you can look forward to what lies ahead.
Yeah, and good luck for coming up to Millburn. Unfortunately, we won't be here. But
we'll maybe see you for a couple of days, but that'll be all. And then, you've lost Joel and I's guidance, and you're by yourself.
Unless Louis has to come back and sit for next year, which won't happen. But
and if any of you have any questions, feel free to email us at whamcastpodcast@gmail.com. That's Whamcastpodcast. And if any of your teachers are on Instagram, they could follow us at _Whamcast. Anyway, until then, we hope you all enjoy your transition day Fridays. You come in to see us.
We might see you. I think me and Louis are helping out on a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll help out a couple of them. So you never know. And if you're lucky enough, just come over and say hi.
Yep, feel free to do that. Although, I guess they don't know what we look like. So they'll be able to recognize the voice.
I'm sure they'll recognize our voices. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. And we will see you all when we see you.
See you next week.
And
Bye.
We'll see you next week for the start of a triple bill with teachers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So get locked in for that. Okay. All right,
Thank
bye,
you for
guys.
listening.
See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.